Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about what social media metrics actually matter, right? There's so much stuff going on with social media. Is it the views that matter? Is it my number of followers that matter? What actually matters? So I'll go ahead and kick this off. I think this one should be very brief and to the point. First one is your engagement rate, right? So if you share something, let's say it reaches 1,000 people or so, or I'm going to make it even easier. Let's say it reaches 100 people and you have 20 people cumulatively that, share, like it, or comment on it. Well, your engagement rate is 20%. So 20 divided by 100. That's your engagement rate, right? That's how effective your post is. And you can see over time, engagement rate could even be like your open rates with email, for example, right? How engaged are people with the content that you're putting out? If your engagement rate is low, you can easily see, you can go to your Facebook insights. You can look at, even to an extent, you can also look at YouTube too. Look at your engagement rate. Where are people dropping off? Why are certain people resonating with one type of content versus another? And that can inform your decision on how you should move forward with your social media.
Yeah, and similar to what Eric mentioned with engagement, out of every social media metric that I've tracked, I found that if users are engaged, like that's where it first starts off with, there's a higher chance that they'll buy more than anything else. Like engagement, it's not the number of fans, it's how many are engaged, because if you have a small amount of fans, but they're really engaged, then you have the viral effect with social media. But if they're not engaged, doesn't matter if you have 1 million fans, you're not going to generate sales. A good example of this is HubSpot's fan page. Look at it on Facebook. They have one of the worst engagement rates, especially considering they have over 1 million fans. Think they get a lot of traffic from Facebook? Sure, maybe the paid advertising, but organically, no, it has to be slim to none from their own channel. Maybe other people are sharing it and that's driving traffic, but from their own fan page, it's not working out well. So another thing that I like tracking is ROI. Everyone talks about how social media marketing doesn't make you money, like don't look at the ROI. I spend right now on social media marketing over $100,000 a month. And you know what? I make more than $100,000 a month from social media marketing. Why? Because we fine-tune the campaigns for ROI. Just like any other channel like SEO, paid advertising, etc., it can be really profitable. So why not hold that one channel accountable, just like you would with any other marketing channel?
I love it. I think those two should be the main one. But one thing that you can look at if you're struggling with the engagement rate portion, if you Google Avinash Kaushik applause rates, I'm going to spell that out. That's Avinash as in sugar, H. So Avinash. Kaushik is Kaushik. Again, you can rewind this and go back through it, but Avinash Kaushik applause rate, you're going to find out he has this entire post about engagement rates and how he measures it. And you can basically take the segments that he has and you can add them to your Google Analytics. And then you could also take this to your social media manager too, maybe create an Excel sheet just to measure your applause rate, your engagement rates just across the board. And he has different ways of looking at it, but that's going to help you kind of break things down a little more. And I do love the concept of ROI too, because the stuff just works, right? I look at, one of the sites that I have, Pinterest, for example, like our conversion rate driving people to the site, the time on site is actually longer than organic traffic. People are staying for 2 minutes and 30 seconds or so. The conversion rate is about 2.31% for driving emails, which is higher than the 1% that we have. Obviously, there's more work to be done on the site. But the fact that people are highly converting from Pinterest just shows that this stuff works. You can try to quantify that stuff later, right? What's the worth of an email, right? What's the worth of a free consultation, right? And then you can try to break down those numbers for you later.
Yeah, and with social media marketing, the one thing to keep in mind when you're looking at metrics when you've been doing this for 6 months to a year should totally be different than if you're in your first month. In your first month, if you're doing paid, look at ROI. But if you're not doing paid, you want to look at things like engagement, follower growth, fan growth, etc. Like you want to see how well you're doing and climbing up in popularity. Then later on, 3 to 6 months later, then you want to start looking at ROI. But if you're doing it from an organic perspective, it's really hard to turn a quick ROI unless you're doing paid media from the beginning.
Right. And I think a good place to start, maybe you set some kind of target where it's a 5 to 10% growth rate month over month, right? Or you might even try week over week in the very beginning. And then obviously in a couple months or so, you're going to have to keep, adjusting these targets. Probably every quarter, you're looking at the targets and figuring if you need to readjust if you're starting out. Because in some cases, or I shouldn't say in some cases, in all cases, when you reach a certain point, you're not going to be able to maintain those growth rates anymore. But having a rate to be accountable to is a good measuring stick. So Neil, anything else to add before we hop off?
That's pretty much it on my end, right? We got the main two metrics. I know this is a really short episode, but don't drown yourself with worrying about social media tracking and all these different types of unique metrics. Just look at engagement and ROI.
All right, that's it for today's episode. We'll see you tomorrow.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.